in the live chat room. Starting late because we're having a conversation already. We're starting to talk. So y'all need to come into the live chat room with us on these nights. You can come into Facebook's group, Paranormal Psychic Network, or mine or Belle's Facebook pages, and get the links to come into the live chat. This is where you want to be for free readings. If you'd like a free reading, come into this live chat. I can click over there and check on the YouTube chat, which I will do in just a minute. But um, well, the reason we started late.
We get on our soapbox.
Yeah, right. Hello, say hello, Miss Bell.
Hello.
Throw me, like,
Hello.
throw myself off. So anyway, we're talking politics. I have been hearing the last couple of days that they've actually, canceled the delegate or the caucuses
Caucus in New York.
um, in,
Oh,
um,
not
in
New York.
Colorado,
Colorado. Yep.
uh,
We're just
and and not did they just cancel the election, and of course it's not the election, but it is the delegate election, okay, and
hmm
that's pretty much when they let people go to the polls on these caucus events. It's not so that your vote is counted. It's just to see the wave of the people and what they're thinking. But it's actually this is the time where they're schmoozing and dining and giving gifts to those delegates and the super delegates because they're the vote in the caucuses that actually pick the candidate and actually the winner. Let's just say
so
right now.
so let me just ask you. So what you are saying then is that it doesn't matter how we vote
Mhm.
as a
Yeah.
population, that
Hmm.
the winner's already decided?
As hard as that may be
Go
to believe,
figure.
Belle. Yeah. I found that out long ago. Like I was telling you before, because I was rambling on before we started, that, when I turned 18, I wanted to be the vote. I wanted to, but then after the first time I voted, I realized I didn't want to be the vote. I wanted to be a delegate.
The thing that's bothered me all these years that I've been voting is that they want you to register as one party or another. I
Hmm.
get that. So I wanted to be, I think I was independent back then, and then it evolved into liberal, you know, because I didn't really care about what party a person belonged to. I just wanted to be able to vote for the right person for the job.
Hmm.
And they said, well, your nominate or your party is liberal, so you need to have this ballot. And I glanced at it and I'm like, well, wait a minute, where's so and so and so and so? Oh, they're Democrat. I don't
Hmm.
care if they're Democrat. I want the opportunity to vote for who I want to vote for. Well, if you want to vote for Democrats, you need a Democrat ballot. And if you're going to vote Republican, you need a Republican ballot. Are you kidding me?
No.
Talk about
No.
forcing your vote.
Right. And not only that, during the caucuses, if you were to go to the polls to vote, because you were thinking that you're, making a difference there and putting your
hmm
voice in, if you were, like you're saying, if you go in there and then you tell them that you're not a Democrat, but it's the Democratic caucuses, you can't vote if you're a Republican or an independent.
Exactly. I mean, hello, that's just, where is that choosing the right person for the job? It's forcing your hand to bring a party into office
Hmm.
rather than the right person into office.
Well, and again, I think that, I really hesitate to say how far back I want to go with this.
Yeah, yeah.
but we actually have a count of our presidents, right? But we only have a count from George Washington. But there were six presidents before George Washington,
hmm
when the United States wasn't the United States. They were at the time it was the colonies, and there were presidents. There was black presidents. There was a whole thing going on before everything
The
came to
states
be
became
under the
united.
United States, exactly. Which we all know what happened that during that wonderful Revolutionary War.
hmm
Um, but it's always been fixed. Since that war, where Britain came back over here and said, "Hey, I don't care where y'all at. You left our place, and now we're coming to pretty much take over whatever you're going to be doing wherever you want. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting feedback now. It just threw me off. Um, if you guys could mute your mics until you're talking, that would be awesome. Only because we have speaker feedback. If you don't know how to mute your mic, go to the top, and there's some little gears up there that help you mute your mic and all that fun stuff. Or you can do it
Just
on
do
your little
like I
picture.
do and just
And do what? You muted.
just push
I
a bunch
couldn't
of
hear you.
buttons. That always finds
Um,
out fun.
right? No doubt. But anyway, it's always been kind of rigged, and everybody's just bought into this system where we're supposed to be the for the people by the people. No, it's the corporations. Corporations pretty much run our government, the lobbyists, the big big money. Big money is where it's at. And so when I heard that they actually canceled the caucuses in Colorado, which, mind you, it affected several other states around Colorado, not just Colorado, and gave all of those electoral delegate votes to Cruz.
Yeah.
They didn't have a discussion. They just said that they just put it out blatantly that the elections are done, but the delegates had their meeting, and that they all selected to give it to Cruz. So they blatantly did exactly what's been going on, but they just now told you. They just didn't waste your time by making you go to the polls thinking that you actually had a say as to who's going to be selected. Isn't that
Hmm.
crazy?
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's forcing the hand. I mean,
It's actually an illegal move. It's suable. The way it's written, that law that allows people to go during the caucuses. If you cancel an election, you can't just cancel an election. Can't just do that. There's not bad weather. It's not a hurricane or a storm or.
yeah, I'm talking to somebody here on Facebook that's trying to get into our chat, and
Uh-huh.
she says that she has where's she at? She says that um, I have Hangouts, and I said, okay, then just click on the link that's on my page, and it'll take you to our chat room, correct?
Correct.
Okay, she says that it brings her right back to the Hangouts app, and then she clicks open, and it says that she has to search for you.
She can copy paste that link
Uh-huh.
into the app, and that'll be her search, and then it'll pull up our chat.
Copy and paste that link. Sorry about this, guys.
That's okay.
Trying to help people find us.
Yeah. No, bring them in. We want more people to come in.
Your okay.
Hey. Hello. How are
She'll
you?
find us. Yeah. Hi, darling. To create. I love that name.
Mm.
To create.
Very cool lady too. Talk about to create. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's Esther.
Esther. Hi, Esther.
Yes, and thank you for coming in, and Sandy, and for muting. If more people come in, it's like if we turn off our cams, even more people can come in, but only 10 can come in while we're on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but with only just me on camera and Esther, which is fine, more should be able to come in. No
Yeah, I
problem.
didn't want to scare people by coming on with my camera tonight.
I'm sure it's not as bad. You always feel worse than you look. Even though I look at people and I'm like, oh, that's how I feel. But yeah, don't. I'm
just
sure you do.
just feeling icky, but that's okay. I'll be all
No,
right.
no, you're fine, Esther. You can leave your cam on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope who was that? I hope they get in. If they have any more issues, let me know.
Jennifer Bailey, I think was her name. So I gave her the link, in her little message thing, and told her to copy and paste that and put it in the app
Hmm.
search rather,
Right.
and hopefully she'll be able
Okay.
to
Good.
find. Is the problem that they're using their iPhones or something? Is
Yes.
that the problem?
Yes. The iPhone and the iPad have to have
Yeah.
the Google Hangout app.
Okay.
Only ones. Everybody else is fine just to click the link and come on in. But yeah, I'm not iPhone because it's
All
different
right.
program. So you have to have the app, and then yeah, copy paste the link that we post on Facebook, and in the oh I don't even think I pasted it on the YouTube chat room. Just copy paste that into the search
Yeah,
on
because
your app.
we want folks to be able to find us, to
Hmm.
be able to grow our audience for this
Yes,
program.
definitely. We plan on we don't plan on anything actually. We just take it by.
By the seat of our pants.
That's right. We just do whatever this, however the spirit moves us for the week, and that's why it's like,
Mhm.
okay, I want to talk politics today. I normally don't want to talk about politics, but they blatantly did this to you in your face, and then they didn't put it all over the news. The little bit of things that they put on the news was Donald Trump saying it's rigged, but they don't tell you that they canceled the elections. They don't tell you that that caucus meeting with the delegates was behind closed doors, and they don't tell you that they just gave Ted Cruz all of those delegate votes. And that's the big deal. That's illegal. That is like against all of your constitutional rights, and that's illegal in their own writing and their own wording on how their laws are set up for the votings to take place. They actually changed it in the 70s and added the super delegates because the super delegates are supposed to be the ones that monitor and make sure that the delegates do the right thing. But they're not.
Yeah.
They're just patsies, people that are put in there,
Well,
planted rather.
I lost so much interest in uh, the presidential race this year because of actions. They
Mm,
were acting like kindergarten children,
they always do.
attacking each other and yo mama, only this case it was your wife, and and
That's true.
attacking each other, belittling each other, and none of which were talking about the true problems that we face and how they're going to fix it. And with Trump, God bless him, but the man's a little befarted because you ask him a question, and I meant to say befuddled.
Freudian slip.
Well,
Yeah.
Christian Dion calls him Donald Baby Fart Trump, so I don't know why I had that in my mind. But anyway, they every time somebody would directly ask him a question, he would dance around it with pom poms, but never answer the question.
I'm gonna
And
build a wall. Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, and so you left me hanging here. Your answer is what?
Yeah.
And he just can't seem to answer anything straightforward.
Yeah.
And then he certainly lacks the presidential tact that you would think our country's leader should have.
Mhm.
But then I don't know, maybe he's what our country needs, is a little bit of crassness to shake everything. I don't know. This is one election that um, has me frustrated. But I will say this: that according to my own predictions, Trump is not going to make president at all.
No, and I certainly hope that there's one prediction that I had that didn't happen, and that was, well, it probably already has happened because of
Yeah,
the.
we've talked about this. I think that one of my feelings was in the month of May that there would be an assassination attempt
Hmm.
on Trump's life.
And according
Notice
to
I
some
said attempt.
people, right? Because
Yeah.
it's according to some people that happened just a few weeks ago at the rally. Which one was it? One in Chicago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The rally there, his Secret Service men had to surround him because there was someone coming at him.
Yeah.
And so, it's been attempted,
Yeah.
and so
Well,
it's
it's
possible again. That's all I'm saying.
to me, I just feel like he's inciting riotous actions.
Well, now here's the thing. He's not inciting riotous actions. He's inciting the people.
Yeah.
And it's not that he's inciting them to be violent. He's inciting them by speaking truths, and that is how fixed
Yeah.
everything is, and how
He
rigged everything is, and how it's
he
controlled by
isn't
corporate.
he isn't trying to diffuse any situations when he
No.
says, "I'll pay anybody that throws a punch." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And is he joking? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Was he joking when he said that he could probably, go out into the middle of Times Square in New York and shoot somebody and still get elected?
Yeah.
He said that.
So maybe he's what this country needs to shake it up a bit. I don't know,
You
but I
know,
just
that would be great. It's not going to happen because he's what this country needs.
no.
Okay, I mean that's why everyone's speaking up, and that's why there's so many people that are for him because they are tired of the
Of the
bullshit.
and I get that. I truly do. That's why I said this is one election that, you know, truly the energies are so scattered. It's hard to hone in on just one particular conqueror, you know.
Yeah,
Um, if you'd have asked me a year ago, I would have told you plain and simple, Hillary Clinton will make president, but at this point now, the energies are so scattered that it's hard to pinpoint who is going to win.
and it's done that way on purpose.
I
Because
believe.
it's basically brings us down to voting for the lesser of two evils. And they like those oppositions. They like us to be in that frame of mind where we're thinking, everyone's just so evil. Look, because she could be indicted for this or that. Coming out saying, well, there's classified, and then there's
But
classified.
you know what? He, without sin, let him cast the first stone. It's like everybody saying their shit don't stink, only
Yeah.
hers.
Oh no, and it's all that's just it when you were saying earlier about how they're all just acting like children.
Yeah.
And it's true though, but it's like that every election
Mhm.
year. There is a
Mhm.
scandal. There's a sex scandal, and there's already been one out on Ted Cruz. There's some kind of ruckus between somebody. There's somebody, and Ted Cruz already like pretty much did Ben Carson in by saying during the one caucus in Iowa or Idaho that he wasn't going to be there. That he's pretty much dropped out of the race. And then you have Ben coming out the next day saying, wait, I just went for a change of shirt, you know? But there's
I'm
always
taking my
little,
shirt and going home.
I just went home to get a change of shirt. I was coming back.
Oh my
But it's all
goodness.
these little things that they're just they are distractions. They
Well,
are,
so I'm
especially
curious, why did he need to change his shirt? Did he stink, or was it sweaty, or was it he dribbled on it? What was the deal? What was
his
going on?
his answer was that he'd been on the road and didn't have enough shirts. And so instead of going to a
Okay.
store and
And so
buying
he
one,
stunk and
he
nobody
goes
could
all the way back
I
to
get it.
Texas.
Go to the
you
local
know,
store and,
and buy one.
local
Yeah, please.
Goodwill
Let's
or something and buy
think
a shirt, for
logically.
heaven's sakes. Most of us do.
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It's the same thing when you get into an argument with somebody who's just so driven. You come out
Yeah.
of it walking away going, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah.
You can't make a point. You can't, you get off track. They bring up, stuff from over here and throw shit from in over there, just to keep you off point. Because that's the whole thing. That's the whole distraction, and that's what it's been. And if this does, I used to tell people if the Bush Gore election didn't wake you up to the fact that our president is elected and not elected, I don't know what will. But here you go. Here's something else. If this doesn't wake you up to let you know that your president is elected and not elected, I don't know what will. They
Yeah.
blatantly did this. They didn't put it on the media. They throw everything in the news. It's negative, negative. Not when they do it.
Nope.
Hmm.
I-
So,
it's enough to and then they want to whine and cry because people don't vote. Then you get the other side of the docket that says, well, if you vote, you can change things. Really? Please show me how that's true.
and then
Please
you get the
show
other
me how
side of the
that makes any
docket that
sense.
after an election, they go, oh, wait a minute, these 5,000 votes over here were from people who were dead or, people who
Yeah,
were
but you know
illegal
what?
aliens.
Where
And
was it at that I can't remember where it was. Was it Arizona or somewhere that their district was already reporting the winners, and was it Florida? Uh,
we did it.
And,
Not only
and
did we report,
people
but
were
then
still
they came in
standing in
saying the
line
ballots
waiting
were
to
wrong.
cast their votes,
Hmm.
and they'd already announced the winner. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. How can you do that when these thousand people here haven't passed their vote yet?
You know,
How
uh,
crazy is that?
it's all planned. Media is scripted. News is scripted.
Oh,
They
I
know what
know
they're going
that.
to say hours before they go on air. So they don't have no faux pas. People, oh, they made that mistake. No, they didn't make a mistake. They threw that out there. They throw it out there to let you know because they have to tell you the truth
Who
of
was
what
it?
they did.
Was it a couple days ago? Who was it that erroneously created a front page that said Trump wins president or something like that? Who was it? What magazine was it? It was a, I don't know if it was National Enquirer or what magazine it was, but they were talking about it on HLN with Robin Mead. Was it yesterday or the
Hmm.
day before? Where they said something about Trump had, there was a magazine or something that had erroneously published, or printed that he was the winner of the presidency. And Rolling Stones, or I don't know what magazine, but
Right.
did anybody else see that? Because I know I heard that, or maybe I
Right.
dreamed it. You just never know. I don't know.
Right. That'd be a premonition for an alternate
Alternate
universe
reality.
reality. Yeah. No, they want Hillary. Hillary's their
Yeah,
because
but
let's face it. Look at everything she's gone through, and you got Ellen DeGeneres on television saying, "Oh, there's one person that I know is running for president, and she's strong, experienced, and blah blah blah." And then there's nobody else. I can't even remember who they are. Blah blah blah.
but then, I look at it like this. This is my problem. My problem is, when and why does it have to cost so much money to run for election?
Hmm.
And so it becomes truth to the reality that if you have money, you can do anything, even
Hmm.
run a country,
Oh yeah.
because there
Right.
are plenty of
Wow.
there are plenty of good people with great ideas and great ability to run this country that can't because they just don't have the money. And how many good people have dropped out because they ran out of funds? When did it become he who has the most money gets to be the president?
Yeah.
So in
And
other words, we're buying our way into the office. Isn't
hmm
that isn't that how it seems?
well, they're certainly buying something because you get a lot of donations. Oh, and even though Trump's, in the beginning said he was paying for all of his, don't get him wrong, he's getting donations
Oh,
also.
you know he is.
Don't get it twisted. He ain't spending he never spends his money. That's why he's able to file bankruptcy on his corporations, because he's not losing his money. He doesn't spend his
Yeah.
money. And so he's getting donations, but whatever. Everybody gets donations, and they get millions of dollars, and it doesn't take that much to run a campaign, especially that's based on volunteers. The only person you're really paying is your campaign manager. You're basically, paying him to be your managers for a little bit, and
Yeah,
so
but I
some
think
big
that
bucks.
perhaps we should allow maybe some of the little people,
Oh,
the
but yeah, but
the
see, that's just it. If it wasn't a rigged system, we would be
yeah,
able to let the little guy, and there
yeah,
would
but
be
we're
people
the
that
ones
would
that
be able to
living.
step up.
Yeah, we're the ones living this reality, whereas the rest of the, public office, are living in a fantasy world with money rolling out their ass, and
Mm,
they don't have to live like we live.
right,
They don't have to concern themselves with the things that we concern ourselves with.
right.
What is wrong with that picture?
That's just the way our setup is. That's why the families that are in charge here have been in charge for so long, because they're
Yeah,
quadruple trillionaires. I mean,
royalty.
they are delegates of royalty here.
Yeah.
If you're a delegate here, you are royalty because you're going to get all
Hmm.
kind of money thrown at you, gifts thrown at you, because they're buying your vote. And so they say that's probably what a lot of that money is used for. That you get half for your campaign. There should be a cap that says, okay, you can only raise this much money
All
because
right.
really all you
So
need
if
to do
that's
is some traveling and some commercials.
okay, so if that's how it works, Trump, Ms. Clinton, do you guys want my vote? What are you going to present me with? What money, what gifts shall you bestow upon me to earn my vote?
They don't need your vote. They
I
already
know,
bought the
right?
delegates. Did you
Oh,
hear
so in
anything I
other
just
words,
said?
I'm just a nobody.
Yeah, we all are. We all are. We think we have
Yeah.
a but it's like that saying, those who think how's the saying? I'm going to screw it up because I always do, but it has to do with people thinking that they're free. And but they are enslaved. But they think they're free.
We're
That's what it
enslaved
is.
to the system.
The person that's under the most slavery is the person that thinks they're free when they are enslaved. And not only are we enslaved, but we built our prison. We built the houses, the roads. You know what I'm saying? That we built our own prison walls,
We
but that
did.
we don't get to decide anything. I mean, I can decide to get up and in the morning, what's my day going to be like, for me personally, because I'm not affecting nobody.
I can choose to go to work, and I can choose how I'm going to get to work. I can choose what I want to wear, but I can't choose my president because it's been chosen for me.
No, or your civil laws around you.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
constitution has been whacked and amended, and we have
Just
no
like
civil
North
liberties.
Carolina has been adversely in the news for the last week over, this transgender bathroom issues. Uh, You know, I'm thinking, do we not have better things to concern ourselves and our time with than whether or not this person can go to the bathroom or not?
You know,
Go
I
before you leave to go anywhere. Go to the bathroom before you leave like everybody else.
and here's the problem. If everybody was self-governing, and respectful and morally and full of integrity, and didn't abuse children and rape women and men, and
Yeah.
then it'd be easier to say, hey, open bathrooms, we got them at home. We don't have a boys girl and
Well,
boys and girls at home.
I get it to where if a man is just a cross dresser, then he needs to be in the man's room because
Well,
he
here's
still has those, you know, he
right.
still
Well,
has
if you're a transgender and you have the actual
equipment.
surgery,
Yeah.
to make
Then
yourself,
you should be able to be
and
a
you can.
woman or a man. I don't care.
Yeah, well, they can legally change their birth certificate to be whatever
Exactly.
gender it is that they switch to. Okay.
And that I understand. But if you're just
Yeah.
a cross dresser and you want to go into the woman's bathroom because you like women's clothes, I'm sorry, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Right. And
You're
not
not
just
coming
that,
near
but
me or my grandchildren, my granddaughters. You know,
yeah.
you're
Well,
sick.
I
Always
don't
got
have a
to
problem with cross
go.
dressers. That doesn't make them a pedophile or a rapist.
Well, it
But
doesn't,
my
and
issue
you're right.
is
But it
that
would
there's
make me
already
uncomfortable.
been. Right, well, of course. And there's already been a case in California where a man that claimed to be a transgender dressed up like a woman and went into the bathroom and was snapping pictures and harassing the women.
Yeah,
So you can't. That's the
takes one.
problem.
Takes one in
You
every
know.
town. Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you got a little peepee, you need to go into the boys' room.
Or hold it till you get home or
you
something.
know. Mm,
I don't even like taking my children to a public restroom anymore.
right.
And I get upset with my son because I know he wants our kids to be independent, and my little 7-year-old will say, Daddy, I got to go to the bathroom. And Daddy will say, go ahead. And he'll sit there while the little one goes to the bathroom. I get up and I'm standing by the door because I dare anyone to touch one of my kids. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh
I'm
yeah.
standing by the men's door, and he's like, he's okay, just let him. I said, no, you don't know who these characters are in this place.
Right.
You never know, son, so you
You
have to
don't.
watch out for your children.
Can happen like that.
You bet.
Right. Real quick. Real quick. You turn your back, and I mean, and it's sad that we have to live in a world like that, but that's the world we live in. So let's not be stupid, and just let you. It's like they I saw this commercial, which is just a prototype. It's not a real thing. It's a concept. To have an electronic, self-propelling driving bicycle that you could set your kids on, and they could go for a ride by themselves, and it's a self-propelling bike. I'm like, are you crazy? Are you? It's snatch. You have to
Back
think
in
that way in today's world.
my day, we used to walk 100 miles to school. No, I'm just kidding. Back in in the snow, in the rain. No, but when I was a young girl, um, we played outside, we walked the streets, we went to the store, and there was never a concern about my safety.
Right.
My parents, yeah, go ahead, get out there, go, while you're
Yeah.
at the store, pick up this and this and this for me. And we would
Hmm.
walk, all
Yep.
over the place,
We would
even
too.
after dark. But
Mhm.
nowadays, I won't let my kids walk a block
Yeah.
without somebody walking with them, you know?
Right. Oh yeah. Exactly. That's the world we live in. It's the world we lived in then. It was just less people, so it was far and few between. But it was happening then too because I personally, knew several people who were kidnapped, and one lady, was raped, and I saw when I was 12 years old, 11 years old, I saw a man in this field being hit and knocked out and put into the back of a trunk. Uh, you know, so the stuff has always happened. It's just happening more. It's like there's just this uncontrollable evil that is running through our society, and they've infiltrated everything, especially our government. They're just everywhere, everywhere. So yeah. Oh, and I just got a message from someone. I can't send anything on my freaking Skype won't open right. Um.
Skype, we're not
Anyway.
using Skype, right?
No, I know. No, there's someone on Skype that wanted the link to the show here, and I
Oh,
can't open up my Skype for whatever reason. I click on it, and it just goes away. But anyway, sorry. I can see her message come up. I'm sorry, I can't do nothing for you. Um, but anyway, so that's my thing about the politics and everything that's going on.
that's your
People need
story, and you're
to,
sticking to it. Hi,
I'm just really.
Jessica. Jessica Williams, one of
Hello.
my Bella Spree Diamond Psychics and Healers, is in the house.
Woohoo! Whoop whoop. Welcome, Jessica. Yeah, so I'm just, whatever.
I'm going to be
People,
meeting her soon
you're gonna be what?
up in New York. I'm going on tour the first 3 weeks of May. I'm going on tour to upstate New York, northern New York area, and probably a little bit of southern parts. We're going to Corning and Pinyan and all around the North Country, and we'll be gone for about 3 weeks doing message stuff,
Nice.
doing
Yeah.
readings, messages.
Very cool. I wish you'd come to Florida. Come to Florida.
I would love to. If there was a draw, if there was enough, to warrant my travels that way, I would definitely go all over the place.
I know, right? I want to get
Yeah.
an RV and just travel around, go everywhere.
That's what my husband and I talk about doing. We always talk about buying an RV and just hit the road,
Mhm.
you know,
I'm gonna do it. I keep
and our
looking at them.
tiny house. That's the going thing nowadays.
It is. It's good to go tiny. We don't need all this stuff. We are
No.
brainwashed and programmed into thinking that we need the big house, the big
Big
cars,
house so that we're up
you
in
know,
the status quo of
keep it up with the Joneses.
yeah, well, forget the Joneses. They're
Don't do
divorced.
it. They're divorced, right? They're divorced,
They
and she got
filed
everything.
bankruptcy and got divorced. Be careful what you covet.
Don't keep up with them.
Also, check out my new website, guys. Mandy Peterson updated the bellsalisbury.com website.
Mm.
OMG, she is just so talented. It
Oh,
just looks
nice.
amazing. Amazing.
Cool. I'll have to go check it out. I think your links are probably on the description page for anybody else that's listening.
Yeah. I stuck it in the
And there
chat
you
room
go.
too for anybody that wants to take a check it.
Yeah.
But
Check
yeah,
it
I'm
out.
so happy with it. It just everything is all on one page. You just scroll down and it lists everything, it just flows. And then if you
Hmm.
want more detail, then you can click on a link on the home page and it takes you to that perspective page, such as like one of my classes. If you want more information about one of my classes, you just click on that. Now, granted, we're still adding pages to it, so bear with me.
It's a work in progress, but it's making progress.
Yeah, Mandy did all the hard stuff. Now I get to do the fill-in stuff.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
that's cool though. I know. I love Manny. She did some good work for us too.
she's amazing. Amazing talent.
Where's my? Okay. Anyway, so I feel like it's like lagging here for me. It is. I'm like on hold. All right. So, all right. Well, that's enough talking. Is there anybody in the chat room that would like to ask a question? You can come on air if you like to. one at a time. Just tell us in the chat room if you could type it in that you would like to come on and get a reading.
And Jessica, if you're okay with that, Jessica, if you'd like to come on and help answer questions for our
Oh,
students,
heck yeah.
turn on your mic, turn on your cam, come in and join us.
I tell everybody, I'm trying to get Christina here to come and do readings with us too sometime.
Yeah.
She took she's taken several of my classes and oh, just an amazing reader herself.
Awesome sauce. I've heard about your classes are just amazing. We just
You know, I've gone.
we just
Yeah.
to oh, she said she tried to do it with her phone, but it won't work.
Okay. And then Chris is saying she's always open for a reading if anyone feels a connection. And as far as reading, I need to get as far as read.
Uh, gotcha,
Not
Jessica.
far.
Uh, so yeah.
Yes, been way too long, Miss Chris. You know, it's just like riding a bike, though. Really, don't be scared. You just get right back into it.
So who has a question they want to focus on? Anybody?
I think Christina has a question. She's just saying she's open to receive anything that may have been given.
Oh yeah, we just finished my psychic development course this past Sunday with my students that took psychic development, and
Oh,
then
cool.
on the what day in mid-May, the 24th, I think it is, we're going to be starting the mediumship class
Oh.
for anybody that's interested on the 22nd of May. So anyone that's interested in learning more about mediumship, definitely let me know because we're going to be taking sign-ups for that class.
Hmm. And I've just been so cray busy. I'm not actually like running a class, but I am doing private tutoring.
Good.
So, and that's scheduled to availability of the client, so or student.
That's awesome. I love doing the one-on-one, you know,
Hmm.
and I love doing the in-person. It's just amazing the
Yes.
results. I love it.
Yeah, it's just different. You know, you just have a different interaction when it's just one person. I've done. I, I've probably done more. There's just as many private tutors as I have in group settings now,
Hmm. Hmm.
and so it's just an awesome experience. All right, so Chris is saying I don't have a question. I'm just open to whatever. Okay, and Jessica's just saying she doesn't have a. Oh, you don't have a mic on your computer. Okay.
Yeah. Chris, the first thing that just keeps repeating to me is to spread your wings. And so I'm asking Spirit just to kind of give me a little further clarity here. Like, are we talking angel wings? Are we talking butterfly wings? You know, um, and immediately the feeling that I get here is that you have been prompted um, on numerous occasions to spread your wings and fly. And you tend to talk yourself out of it, or there's that fear factor that's going on, that you talk yourself down or you talk yourself out of it. And Spirit is saying that now is the time you need to spread your wings. So, is that in regards to, yes, please do, Jessica, please do. Jessica's asking if she can add more info into the chat. Yes.
Oh
Um,
yes. Hmm.
and I take this, Chris, to be something connected with business or something that you're wanting to do. So is this about you branching out and doing readings, on a professional level, or does this have to do with some other type of business? This is for you that you need to. This is your time. You're supposed to be doing this.
Okay, is it okay to come on mic?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? This is like I have to giggle because every time I do my cards, every single time that card comes up with that same message. But I don't know what that refers to for me.
Okay, so Chris, what I would ask you then is what is your passion? Like, and if people say they don't know, then think back when you were a little girl. What was it you always said you wanted to be or do when you grew up?
Hmm. Got everything. I dabble. Honestly, I'm like all over the place right now. Right now, I'm just kind of concentrating on my massage career, and so I don't know if I just need to focus more on being spiritual and getting back into that psychic development. I don't know. I don't know what spreading my wings and flying means for me yet.
And I'm asking spirit to if they would give me a little more clarity here, and they speak not. So I think that it's kind of a little bit on, your shoulders. In other words, you have to be the one to decide.
Yeah, I think that
You
makes sense.
understand?
I just don't know.
I do want to put this around business for you.
Okay.
So does this mean, like, I know you're doing massage therapy, and uh, is this massage therapy or just massages in general?
Massage therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and what a wonderful career to have, because you're doing so much healing, and but I feel like there's more that's in you that needs to come to light,
Okay.
that you need to share with the world. Like, for one, looking at your picture here, I sure need you to teach me how to do eye makeup.
Dude, she does a show for us.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I
Yeah, we
do.
just do one this afternoon. Every Thursday we do a makeup show. The many faces of Chris.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, you have to show me. Oh my
See,
goodness.
there you go, synchronicity, huh? She didn't even know.
Well, see, now there's, and I didn't know that. But my issue is my eyes are totally gone if I don't have makeup on. I mean, I just
Right.
look like I'm an eyeless face if I don't have any, stuff on my eyes.
Well, I can
Wow.
certainly help you with that.
Yes,
Definitely.
ma'am.
You'll have to add her to your Facebook page. Christina's makeup tips. I can say it right.
Yeah, is that your fan page?
Hmm.
Put your link in the chat room. I surely will sign up.
Yeah, that's what we always tell her.
No,
She's just so great at doing makeup. I'm like, you need to
and do
show
you
me.
do do you do makeup differently for a 30-year-old as compared to makeup for a, oh, I don't know, 60 something year old?
Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. I am at 38, but when I am 60 or 70, I am still going to rock a smoky eye. Like, I will do whatever I have to
That's
do to, like, anybody can pull off anything. It's just, like I always say in my shows, blending. You just need to blend. Everything else
See,
works out.
that's my idea, is that just because I'm 60, how old am I? 60 or 61?
I'm
Sandy, how old am
729.
I? But I think I'm 61. So just because I'm 61, okay, so I have to be 60. I'll be going on 62 in October. Okay, so I'm 61 now. Isn't that terrible? You're just so old you forget.
No,
Um,
that's a good thing.
but I still want to be able to look dynamite. It's just because I'm old doesn't mean I have to look it, for heaven's sakes.
Absolutely.
Right?
And let me ask you this. I mean, are you got the eyelashes to die for? Are those like, what's the word for them? Are those
The
like real, or
falsies,
are they Memorex? I don't know.
They're not fake. Is that
they're
what you're
not
asking?
fake. Actually, I
Or are
use
they?
3 different types of mascara. They're not fake. I can't put falsies on. They end up all over the place. I don't like them. I don't like the feel of
Yeah.
them. I wish. I love the look, but I hate the feel. I can't do it.
Yeah, it feels strange. I had falsies put on. Didn't that sound funny, falsies? I had the falsies put on. Actually, I think it was last year when I was on tour. I had the falsies put on, I believe, and made my eyelids feel so heavy. I felt like I had to force my eyes open until you get used to them being there, and then it's kind of like normal. And then you got to have your family that knows you all so well, that looks at you and goes, "Are you wearing fake lashes?" Like, whatever do you mean? As I bat my eyes.
Right. So yeah, she does that. So she is spreading her wings. I think a little bit more, and because she's right. Every time I've ever heard anyone even do a reading for her, they're like, "Girl, get out!" And she's like, "Oh, what? Hell, what? What am I doing?" Ever?
Well, you know what? I think this is part of it. I
But
think
she
this,
is, yeah,
the teaching the makeup, to teaching to, to find our inner beauty, you know what I mean? And let it shine from the inside out. That's what
yeah.
I think you should be doing.
Mhm.
Well, girl, I'm doing it. And the cool thing is like everything that I do is basically drugstore makeup. So, because I'm
Really?
all about the
Yeah.
savings.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
So,
she's
so
amazing. It's
Jessica,
all about the brushes, I think, right? Blending, like you
yeah.
need the brushes.
yes, you definitely buy yourself some brushes. Like, spend the money on that, but you can still get them pretty cheap. But everything else, and then, like I said before, I'm not shaming the expensive makeup. If I could afford it and had the extra money, I would get it. But three teenagers, they completely just destroy whatever money you have. They consume everything.
Yeah.
So true.
So Jessica, what are you getting, darling? Add what you get here in chat. So what's your favorite brand of like uh the foundation? Do you use the liquid? Do you use the powder or both?
If you saw how much stuff I put on my face, you'd be so shocking. Um, I just I like it's called Instamat or something. I'll have to find it again, but it's just I think it's just like a Maybelline or something. I don't. Yeah, I change it, but that's been my favorite because I have greasy skin, so I tend to go matte. But if it's for someone that's older that doesn't have any problematic issues with their skin, then definitely just get a tinted moisturizer.
Cool. A tinted moisturizer.
Yeah.
So Jessica is asking you in chat, do you do energy healing? Because she's getting a lot of heat that's coming from your hands.
Well, Jessica, I have to say that with massage, my hands get so hot, like really hot. So I think I do it naturally and I don't know
Hmm.
it,
Yeah.
but I haven't explored that. Like I think if you're any kind of therapist, I think that there's some part of you that's a healer, right? That's my
I
belief.
agree.
So I think I do it naturally. That's my intention, but I've never been to school for just like energy healing.
Yeah, yeah, and I think there is, I know a lot of people would like you to think that you need to be, um, trained in energy
Certified, but you don't
healing,
have
or
to
you
be.
need to have achy breaky. You need the Reiki, um, documentation and so forth. And I say bull hockey to that. Yes, there are valuable tools, but if you've got it naturally, then let spirit guide you with how to use it.
Yeah, I agree. And then, do I get massages? No, girl, I need one. I've been so busy. I don't get them, but I need them.
Isn't that like the mechanic always has his car needs to be fixed, and the painter that always
Yes.
needs his house painted.
Yes. Always. You never do at home what you do at work.
The hairdresser always needs her hair done. We do it for others, but we don't take it on ourselves.
So true. So
And but
true.
you also get messages when you're doing, that's I think what Jessica was getting at, is when you're doing your massage therapy, you're also getting spiritual information for the client as you're working on them.
Yes, I have to ground myself because I feel like spirit tries to connect with me before they even get there, and I'm like, okay, guys, right now my focus is massage. I'm not giving any messages, so I'm
Yeah, and
shutting
that
everything
happens to
down.
me a lot too. I get messages before I even sit down with the client. And Jessica, you're back, honey bun. Hi,
Hmm.
darling.
I made it.
Yay, there she
Oh,
is,
with the
my
mic.
beautiful friend. Oh my goodness.
My iPad. I'm using my iPad.
Oh, cool.
Ah,
So I
cool.
just asked uh Chris your question about her getting she gets messages as well when she does her therapy, and she was
Yeah.
commenting that she actually does even before the client gets in the room.
Right. And I feel I kind of felt that from her, and that she was either a little bit apprehensive about it, or she just didn't always share it with other people. I also don't think a lot of people know what she, like about her gifts and what she's able to do.
So you think she hides it or
Oh
is a
yeah,
little afraid of
definitely.
it?
Yeah, let's just say I am so in the closet about that. That is so
Mhm.
true. Well, and here's the thing. I'm not Teresa Caputo. I'm not going to go up to some random person and be like, "Hey, your grandma's here." And if I did that while my client was on the table, I think that that's inappropriate.
I
And
agree.
I
I
also think
totally
about
agree.
Utah. Utah, like, that's very, like, not okay.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, that's the LDS population.
yes.
Yeah, been there, grew up that.
Yeah,
Don't go anymore.
exactly. So I just don't know who, I kind of always, like, I can kind of read their energy a little bit and then I can go from there. But sometimes they're really open and they'll just bring it up and then I feel safe enough to bring it up.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But I don't just say, hey, but before we start, your grandma's here. Like, I don't work like that, you know?
Yeah, and I agree. I think that's being very
Do you own
respectful.
practice?
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit. Oops.
Jessica, say that again.
Oh, do you have your own practice, or do you work in a salon or like a spa?
No, I work out of my house right now.
Marvelous.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
Because
I
I
gotta
was
say, it's
also,
good you're not a Teresa Caputo. Sorry, but don't be a Teresa. She gets paid for that, and it's all set up.
I know.
I was
I think
also,
that
I was also getting that you should have where people accept that.
Yeah, I
So
agree, Jessica. I think that you're both kind of on that same wavelength that this is something that's going to evolve with your business at home.
I hope so. That would be fantastic, and I'm definitely open to that. I just feel like the energy goes with the massage, but when it comes to psychic stuff, like that's kind of different, and I want to make sure that my clients feel 100% safe. And sometimes here, you just never know with someone.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you're able to present yourself as that psychic or medium or both psychic medium, and they know when they schedule a session with you, they're either scheduling a massage therapy or they're scheduling a psychic session with you or what have you, or both. I think I think that's what Spirit's getting at when they said that this was more toward business for you to sprout your wings, is that they're wanting you to branch out. They're wanting you to embrace who you are rather than holding it back and hiding from it.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's definitely like in your face. When spirit wants to, they're like, "Come on, bring
Yep.
it back," and I'm just like,
What are
"Okay,
you waiting for?
what's the
Chicken?
rush?" I know, no, I get it completely. They're
Oh,
bossy.
No, they just give you the little nudge and the push you need to get
yeah.
out, go do
They're
it.
not going to force you, you know that, but they're certainly giving you that encouragement that this is what it is you are supposed to be doing. I think that this is their encouragement to say, it's time.
We'll have you on the show.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
So let's do it. I'll just jump right in, and if I mess up, then I'll just say I don't know.
Whatever. Remember, you were like that in class too. Oh, and I hated it. I had to tell you to stop going in there saying, "I'm new at this, so if I mess up," remember? Yeah, I don't do that.
Calling me out, Solana. I appreciate it.
But you know what the point is, though, Chris? If it's what Spirit is sharing with you, then it is so.
Yes,
And therefore, you should not doubt what you're hearing
I agree with that.
because it is so. And I mean, Jessica, Jessica was one of my students, and now she's a shining Bella Spree diamond psychic and healer, on our site. And she blew me away. I mean, from the day one of being in class, she blew me away. Just like, oh my God, she's so good.
That's Chris. Hmm.
And
Okay.
it boils down to trusting the information that you get.
And I do trust it. I do
I
trust
know.
it. I just
I
feel
know
like it's
you
more
do.
of like I have a problem with like when is it appropriate, you know?
Well, when they
Yeah,
come to you for a reading,
Yeah.
like you said, you don't
exactly.
go around just giving readings away, but it's appropriate, like in a group. that you know they're asking for a reading, and if you feel like doing some free stuff, do it.
Yeah.
And then starting your own site, and they come to you for a reading. That's when it's appropriate. It's like we
Yeah.
don't go around like Teresa Caputo, who, by the way, everything is contracted. The people know beforehand. She's given information. It's all a setup. So we
It's
don't do
scripted.
that. Very
It's
scripted.
scripted. Take it from someone who knows firsthand. It is
Yes.
scripted. All of it.
Yep. All of it. They put words in your mouth, even people. I mean, come on. But anyway.
They feed you information. Yes, indeed.
Mhm. And so that's, people get the misconception of, what's right, what's wrong. Well, that's wrong. We don't do that for real life. But, definitely appropriate when they come to you, or if you belong to a group such as the Free Psychic Ability Development Group, where people want readings. Just go in there and start doing them.
Hmm.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to work on that. So thank you so much for that.
You're so welcome, sweetheart. And I am so taken by your energy, and your vibration really resonates purity. It resonates high, which tells me that this is something you do quite naturally. And so it does not surprise me that spirit is, it's like I have this image of Chris sitting on the branch of a beautiful tree, and spirit is wanting to just boot you right off the branch and let you fall so that you will spread your wings and fly.
Well, I love that. And
All right.
Me too.
Kicking you.
I know, like I
So,
said, bossy spirit pushing me, and I'm like, okay, guys, I hear ya. So I guess I better act on that so they're not so pushy anymore, huh?
you're
Right.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. To create in the chat room says, I don't think anyone is 100% right all the time. And you
Oh,
are
gosh, sure.
absolutely right. And if anybody tries to tell you they are, like I see some people
Run.
that'll say 98% accurate. Really?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
that's just it though. I think what a lot of us know is that we stay humble, and we know,
yes.
sometimes we're also reading intentions and energies and things interfere,
Yeah,
external
and
energies,
we have good
so
days and bad days,
yeah,
just like anybody else.
yep. So you're absolutely right, and so that's why there's no pressure, and that's the other thing. It's like you're just connecting to energy. There's
Hmm.
and lies all the pressure. It's not in you. You just have to look at it and go, oh,
Yeah.
I see that. Oh, okay, that's what they want me to say. All right, say it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Chris, do your thing, honey, and spread your wings and fly.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm going to do that.
Good. And I will be in touch with you about teaching me how to do the smoky eye.
Absolutely. I will add you. I'll add you to the group.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's a video that we did 2 weeks ago. Or was it? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago on the smoky eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I would love, love, love that, Chris.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yay! Makeup fun. I love it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, she's all over the place. She's got the show. She does massage. She can read.
Yeah. So yeah. So now I need to just, I'm gonna get beautiful. So Jessica, when we see each other in New York, you're gonna see a beautiful Belle, because
I can't wait.
Chris is gonna teach me how. Now, if I can just lose the 100 pounds I've gained from stop smoking.
I'm
Oh,
Man,
always
I'm
trying to
getting
lose
down, but it sure
weight,
feels
so.
like it, man. I just,
it's
oh,
a roller coaster, man. I tell you, I've probably lost thousands of pounds in my lifetime and
well,
gained thousands of
yeah.
pounds.
I think that I told hubby one day, I told him the other day, I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to start smoking again because I just can't take all this weight. He was like, okay, honey, just calm down. As I
Back
champed
away.
on the button on my jeans.
Oh, see, I know. I tell you, I've been like really hitting the diet and the exercising hard this week. I've already lost 2 pounds. So
Yay.
it really is about moving. It's like all the
Hmm.
work I do, I used to just sit on my computer all the time. Not on it literally, but you know what I'm saying. And then I realized I need to stand up. So now at my desk, I stand up in front of my computer now.
And
And
you
so
know what?
I'm not.
I get up. I used to sit at this desk in my office. I'd sit here, 8 hours at a time. And
Hmm.
now I might sit in here for an hour or two at the most, and I get up and I go do something else. I walk around the
Yeah.
house, or I go out in the front. or out in the backyard, and I walk, and then I come back in here. So I'm spending less times in the office, but just break up, more, how do you call them, breaks.
Right. Moving, but you got to. You have to move. You can't just sit there and, like I said, try standing up even while you're doing your
Uh,
work. I have my crate. I have my computer up on stuff to put it up to my height. I want one of those desks that actually move up and down. That would be awesome. But yeah, it's definitely about moving. I also Zumba. I don't Zumba like full on like they do because oh my God, those girls are good. But they're dancers. Uh, so, so I do my version of the Zumba, but I do it every day. It's like you have to get up and move. You have to make time for yourself. That's taking care of you, right?
yeah, yeah.
But I still smoke too, so.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I'm certainly, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm so grateful that I quit smoking. I truly am. And uh, I'm going on 10 months smoke free, and I know that eventually, I'll drop this weight. I just had to find my happy medium between wanting to reach for a cigarette when things get a little testy, and finding, and unfortunately the fork became my best friend after the cigarettes.
Oh,
So
yeah,
just got to find a balance, but I will. I'll, I'll,
yeah,
I'll be there.
yeah. And it is harder to lose weight the older you get.
Oh,
So
don't
before
even
I
start
hit
that. Don't even.
80,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna be
hearing
like,
that. I don't want to hear
it's
that.
true. It's like your body and your changes. It's like when I gain weight now, I notice I gain it differently even.
It's all in my belly. It's
You
all in my
know?
stomach.
But do you have back
It's
problems?
no.
Wow, because say a lot of times when you have back issues, your weight is going to be more in your belly because you're just, your curvature and everything. Like I've got back issues, so that's where my weight's carried. It's like mushroom top city. But
Yeah, it does, my back doesn't hurt at all. My hip, my right hip especially, but that's from where I had, surgery on my ankle, and laid in the hospital for so long,
oh wow.
that it created issues with my hip. But
Well,
no,
your hip's connected to your back, honey. So
yeah,
it's
because
like the hip
I
bone's
can't
connected
walk
to the
for,
backbone.
yeah, I can't walk for very long without, that leg going numb on me. So what is that? The sciatic or something?
Yeah, sciatica. I have that too. It's like what really works for me is like swaying when I stand. I don't
Uh-huh.
stand still. I rock back and forth, and that
So
like
you're
takes the
telling me that when I
pressure
go grocery
off.
shopping, I just need to be doing a boogie down the.
Just dance it. It'd be making your life would be more fun.
That'd be, yeah, I'd get a
And
lot
you're
of
moving.
strange looks. Y'all be seeing videos of me on Facebook.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. The Walmart videos.
Things you find at Walmart.
Yes. But it's true. You got to move. That's the whole thing. Just you got to,
Mhm.
and moderation on everything else. Even my cigarette. I
Absolutely.
don't smoke all day. I don't chain smoke. I
Oh,
only
I
have
think
like,
I did. I think that's
seven
what
to
I
ten a
found when it
day.
was at the end. I did. I have to. I was smoking a lot, even though I burned most of my cigarettes in the ashtray. I was still going through a pack, two pack, excuse me, two to two and a half packs a day.
So that's what I love about my organics. They go out. If I'm not smoking it, it goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Natural organic tobacco. I roll my own. But yeah, I mean, everything's in moderation. Everything is supposed to gonna kill you anyway. So
Well, you may as well enjoy yourself, for heaven's
just
sakes.
have fun. I'm a foodie too. I love to eat.
I do
I
too.
love food.
The sweeter the better.
Oh, I love chocolate. I bake. I'm a baker. I love to cook and bake, and yeah, I mean, my kids they beg me for my peanut butter fudge. I mean, it's just that's who I am. But
Nice.
yeah. So anyway, nobody else has any readings. Oh, and then Esther had to leave. So, but thanks for coming in, Esther,
Yeah.
and hanging out with us. And be sure and come back in. Next week. I know we did a show tonight on Thursday. We actually had more people joining us on Thursday. Maybe we'll switch it.
Yeah, maybe Thursday nights is supposed to be the night.
You know, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
anyway, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Miss Bell.
You're
I
so
always enjoy
welcome.
talking with you.
You are so
And
welcome.
so
It's
yeah,
always a fun time when we all get together.
it is. I love it. We'll have to have Jessica back on also. Come in and do some readings with us.
Yes, anytime, my Jessica,
And
anytime.
Chris.
always.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. And thank you again for coming in. And be sure and join us here tomorrow night for Sound Off with myself. I'm gonna be sounding off about that Republican stuff again. It's crazy. We're gonna be talking about it. But
Good night, everybody.
yeah. So good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.